You can tell by the lighting that the sun is starting to fade, but I wanted to do this podcast because it's so very important. I'm Dr. Rahman, and welcome to Black Women's Health. The other day, I was on Facebook and I saw an ad. It was Oprah Winfrey, and she was talking about a weight loss medication or treatment that she was using. And she was talking about how weight was coming off easily and rapidly. And I was watching this video, and then she said something that just didn't make sense. She started talking about her children and her family that didn't jive with the history that I knew of. And I said, oh, this is probably fake. And the very next day on Facebook, there was an ad with Viola Davis talking about diabetes and this medication that was really drops that people would take that was designed for Black people by Black people because the medications that are currently available do not take Black people into consideration. And I was listening to this and I was saying, could this be true? And so she named the doctor. She said it was a group of Black scientists working out of the University of Alabama. And so what did I do? I tried to Google these doctors. She named the lead scientist, Dr. Anthony Brown. I Googled. There was no such person. The institute that was promoting this was Black Health Institute, which sounds really official, and it seemed to be related to Black health matters. However, when I went to check, there was no affiliation, and this institute really didn't exist. And I said, oh my, this is a deep fake. And so I reported it on Facebook that this is probably fraudulent, and I stated why. And I did that, but then I saw that many persons had already seen it, 300,000, and it had been shared by 516. A lot of people believed it. And so today, what I want to do is talk about deep fakes and how you need to be able to be suspicious when you're seeing advertisements, even when it's by people that you feel that you should trust, like well-known celebrities, Oprah Winfrey, Viola Davis, or by professional doctors such as myself and other doctors, the Mayo Clinic, you name it. Wherever the information is coming from, you need to be suspicious. You need to double check. And if it sounds too good to be true, like this particular droplets for diabetes, where you didn't have to change your diet, you didn't need to exercise, designed specifically for Black people, when you hear that, be cautious. So I made a list of 5 things that you can do when you're seeing ads promoting health benefits from things that may not really be true, ways that you can detect a deep fake. I made this list and I want you to listen very carefully. Number one is check the source. Like, for instance, this particular one with Viola Davis was coming from Black Health Institute, which sounds legit. However, when you Google, you see that it doesn't exist. Or it showed an interview of Viola Davis, which was done in 2019, and it then superimposed and used AI to alter the voice and also the dialogue, and it gave a completely different interview from what was actually done in 2019. It listed a website that's non-existent. So check the website, check the institution, check the sources before believing. That's number one. Check the source. Number two, pause before sharing. As I told you, this particular video of Viola Davis promoting droplets for diabetes had been viewed over 300,000 times, and it had been shared 516 times. Before you share, if it sounds too good to be true, a few drops, no change in your diet, a few drops, no change in physical activity, a few drops, and that's all you need to do. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So think about it. Think about it. Let's not let's not be gullible. Think about it before sharing. Number three, don't just buy or subscribe based on ads alone. Think about the people who may have seen this ad again with Viola Davis that sent their money for a product they may or may not receive, a product that has no known medical benefit. It's a disservice. It's a scam. It's a fraud. It's a deep fake. So remember, number three, don't buy just based on ads alone. Ads are made to hype up products, and these products may not even exist. Number four, report suspicious activity. On Facebook, where the three dots are, you can report if you think something is fraudulent. Unfortunately, a lot of times these manipulators will just put up another advertisement, because I did go back the next day, and what I saw, they had replaced Viola Davis with another Black woman, and it makes me angry that they're using Black women to scam Black people. But there was another Black woman. The dialogue was similar, but she wasn't a well-known celebrity. And then the last is, and this is probably hard, talk with a real doctor. I know it's sometimes hard to get an appointment. It's sometimes hard to get your doctor to sit down long enough to talk, but I need doctors to also realize that your patients are seeing these on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, and Instagram, across all social media. Your patients are seeing it. They may be believing it. They need to hear from you. So doctors need to be aware, and patients need to bring it up, talk about it with their doctors, who can share with them their medical information and their medical knowledge. We're living in strange times, and this is very depressing that people have decided that it's easier to make a product and make a deep fake video than to actually undergo testing and prove that something is actually beneficial. There's a sucker born every minute. Somebody's going to fall for it. Someone is going to spend their money. And that's a shame. And that's the problem with the deep fakes, because they are everywhere, um, in every field. It's quite prevalent. It's not possible for us to avoid them. And so we need to be aware of them. We need to be thinking that every ad we can see could be a deep fake, and we need to check the sources. And that's the bad side of deep fake. And I want us to be aware. I was stunned. I was depressed. I was angry when I saw how information was being manipulated. Celebrities who may not even be aware were being used. It happens to doctors also, but people are being used, their voice, their image, their 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 ability to relate to people and to make people feel as though they can trust them is all being manipulated by people who just don't seem to care. So we need to be aware of deep fakes. And next week, I'd like to continue this discussion about deep fakes. I want to talk about, is it possible for there to be a positive upside use of deep fakes in healthcare? Some people think there is. And I like to dive deeper into the way that deep fakes can be used in a beneficial way next week. But until, be careful. This is Dr. Rahman. Take care.